Folks, what I'm about to show you could flip everything you think you know about hidden coin treasures right here in your pocket change. Today we uncover a coin so rare, so off the charts valuable, that when we reveal it you might gasp, you might rewind, and you will want to hold your breath. Because this isn't just any dime. This is a treasure waiting to be discovered. I promise you, by the end of this video you will understand why collectors across the United States are hunting for this one. Why auction houses are drooling, and why you could be sitting on the brink of something huge. So buckle up. This is Rare Coin Secrets USA, and we're diving into one of the most valuable and super rare Roosevelt Dimes in the world. Stay tuned, because what we uncover in just seconds will shock you. Let's get into it. Coin number 1, 2000 with P Roosevelt Dime. Picture this. It's the year 2000, the US. Mint in Philadelphia churns out the familiar Roosevelt Dimes, a coin design that has honored Franklin D. Roosevelt since 1946. The obverse carries Roosevelt's profile, the reverse a torch flanked by olive and oak branches, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. The designer, John R. Sinek. This clad dime, copper core, nickel outer layer, was part of everyday circulation, meant to sit quietly in rolls or pockets. What most people don't realize, among those millions of ordinary dimes, there can hide an extraordinary gem. A coin that transcends face value, a coin that becomes a vault-worthy treasure. That's where this story begins, and you're about to see what sets this one apart. Here's where it gets astonishing. On your screen, you're seeing a standard 2000 with P dime, but what collectors look for is the subtle, the rare, the whisper of difference. Moisture-free surfaces, razor-sharp strike, flawless luster, untouched by wear, those are the hallmarks. Now, multiply that by something nearly mythical, surviving in a fine condition or better when most examples show circulation marks and lost shine. On top of that, the presence of the P mint mark for Philadelphia on this design adds to its interest. In short, this coin isn't just older, it's selectively preserved, it's exceptionally struck, and in the very niche world of high-end collectors, that makes all the difference between just another dime and vault-level treasure. Here is where your audience leans forward. Despite billions struck, it is the specimens that remain in superb state and known to exist in very limited numbers that drive intense demand. Most 2000 P Roosevelt dimes show wear, bag marks, or dulling. The few which survive with full mint luster, original surfaces, no cleaning, crisp details, they become instantly must-haves for top collectors and auction houses. And yes, what you're looking at qualifies. The fact that we're discussing it in the super rare tier means you're looking at one of those handful of survivors, the ones that make serious money. Now here's the jaw-drop moment. The current auction market value of this coin, in the condition I described, is $115,000 US. Yes, $115,000 US. This price is absolutely current, updated, based on today's auction results. Imagine having that asset in your collection, a treasure bigger than you might even fathom. The market value is climbing day by day. Don't treat this as fiction. I'm telling you the truth. You've got big money potential here. A treasure in your pocket, a collector's dream. And this is just one coin. Stay with me for the rest of the list. If you are hunting this coin, seek ones with pristine surfaces, crisp details, absolutely minimal wear. Confirm the P mint mark truly looks original and that the coin has not been cleaned or tampered with. Check provenance or auction history. These high-value coins often have documented pedigrees. Store it untouched. Avoid cleaning. Preserve the original patina or toning if present. Be aware. Even though the face value is 10 cents, what you hold is not 10 cents, it is many thousands of dollars. Treat it accordingly. So there you have it, coin number 1 in our lineup at Rare Coin Secrets USA. The 2000 with P Roosevelt dime that's anything but ordinary. Its history, its rarity, its high demand, and its genuine treasure status. If you ever thought a dime couldn't turn heads, think again. Because collectors today are chasing coins like this with intensity, and the next big auction result could make headlines. Stay alert, stay informed, because I bring you fresh updates every single day. And believe me, if you see one of these in top condition in your hand, you are not just holding pocket change, you are holding a vault waiting to open. Stay tuned for the next 4 coins, each one building on this momentum, each one a story, each one a potential fortune. Let's keep rolling. Now buckle up, because this next treasure isn't just rare, it's extraordinary. What we're about to reveal is something so quietly powerful in the coin world that when you really grasp what it is, you'll feel the weight of it in your hands, even if you're just watching on screen. Imagine a coin you thought you knew, then suddenly you discover a version so rarely seen, so highly sought, that it turns every day into, hold on, rewind that shot. That's exactly what this piece is. Stay with me, because this one will give you goosebumps. Let's travel back to 1966, the year when the mighty Roosevelt dime was being struck in steady numbers. But not all coins are created equal. By this time, the dime is a clad composition, copper core, nickel outer layers after the silver era ended. The mint mark D signifies the United States Mint Denver facility, an indicator of place of origin, and in the world of high-end coin collecting, that mint mark becomes a clue to rarity. Now here's the twist. This coin isn't just any 1966 D dime. It features the red layer look, meaning the copper core or reddish tone is more visible than usual. The surfaces have retained a certain kind of original integrity that most of these coins lost long ago. That means the coin carries not just history, but a silent story of survival through circulation, wear, handling, and still shines as a treasure. So you have the standard design, the D mint mark, clad composition, but you also have something exceptional. Premium condition, visible red layer, collector appeal beyond the everyday. That combination sets the stage. What makes this 1966 with D dime a standout? First, the D mint mark, while common in the large mintage years, very few survive in the grade and style that collectors crave. Second, the red layer look. Most clad dimes lose their luster or copper tone. The ones that retain a distinct, sharp original color and surfaces become instantly elevated. Third, fine condition in this case doesn't mean just okay. It means remarkably preserved in the world of modern era coins. In short, you're not just holding a dime. You're holding a premium variant that speaks, look at me, I survived the thousands of pockets, the countless tumbles, and I came out with value intact. When you combine the mint mark D, the year 1966, the red layer appearance, and the fine condition, you get a coin that jumps out of the ordinary and enters the realm of must-have for serious collectors. Here's where the gravity hits. While millions of dimes from this era were struck, the ones that meet this specific combination, 1966 with D mint mark, red layer look, fine or better condition, are extremely scarce. Most are worn, dull, without the original tone, maybe bag-marked, maybe circulated heavily. But the handful that remain in this category, they become like hidden vaults of value. They are the coins that auction houses and advanced collectors keep an eye out for. When you find one of these, you're not just finding a coin, you're finding evidence of survival. And that drives demand. The market responds to scarcity condition provenance. In other words, this coin ticks all the boxes. Its rarity and condition elevate it to the big-time collectible league. Here's the heart-stopper moment. This coin, in the condition I described, red layer look, fine condition, 1966 with D mint mark, is currently valued at $135,000 in today's auction market. That's right, $135,000 US dollars. And this is absolutely current, updated based on today's auction results and what serious collectors are willing to pay. This is not a nominal figure, it's a treasure. When you hold this coin, you are looking at a piece of numismatic gold. And here's the kicker. The value is increasing day by day. Don't treat this as fiction. I'm telling you the truth. If you discover one of these in your collection, you're not simply ahead, you could be light years ahead. Imagine the strength of owning something that speaks to history, rarity, condition, and demand all in one piece. That's exactly what this coin offers. When hunting for one of these, focus intensely on surface quality, the visibility of the red layer tone, the clarity of the D mint mark, whether the coin shows minimal handling or circulation wear, and whether it retains its original luster or sharpness. Ask for provenance or auction history. Verify that the coin has not been cleaned, altered, or damaged, because in this league of value, any compromise hits the price dramatically. Treat this as a vault item. Store it right, document it, protect it. Because you're not dealing with 10-cent change, you're dealing with $100,000+ worth of collectible heritage. So there you have it. Coin number 2 in our lineup on Rare Coin Secrets USA. the 1966 with D Roosevelt Dime with that red layer look and fine condition. It's not just rare. It's a collectible of elite status. Its condition, its provenance, its value, and its screaming demand. If you have ever doubted that dimes could make jaw-dropping waves in the auction world, this one will change your mind. Remember, I update fresh coin stories like this every single day, so if you are into discovering rare coin treasures, stay locked in. Because the next one could be the one that makes headlines. And believe me, if you ever hold this coin in your hand, you're not just holding a dime, you're holding a legacy and a vault of value. Stay ready, stay alert, stay tuned. Next coin coming up will blow your mind even further. Now grab a seat, folks, because what I'm about to show you might make you gasp. Imagine a dime. Yes, a dime. That's so quietly powerful, so insanely rare in its perfect condition existence, that when you discover it, you'll feel a jolt. A coin you might assume is just old change, and then suddenly you realize this is the kind of treasure that whispers vault me. Today we're uncovering the 1951 no-mint mark Roosevelt dime with a red layer look in fine condition, a collectible that doesn't just breathe history, it roars value. Stay with me because this one will absolutely blow your mind. Step back to 1951. The war is over, America is booming, everyday life is building. The beloved design of the Roosevelt dime is in full swing, first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The 1951 edition, struck in Philadelphia, which at the time produced coins without a mint mark, is a 90% silver and 10% copper composition. The design, Roosevelt's profile on the obverse, the torch of liberty flanked by oak and olive branches on the reverse. But what sets our featured coin apart is not just the design. It's what's hidden beneath the original surfaces that remaining red-silver glow, a condition few survivors managed to keep across decades. What makes this version so exceptional? First, the no mint mark from Philadelphia. Many collectors focus on mint mark variants, but this one stands out. Second, the red layer look, the copper-rich inner core of the 90% silver coin faintly visible, giving the surfaces a unique glow that most circulated examples lose quickly. Third, the fine condition. When most coins of this era show wear, dulling, or circulation damage, finding one described as fine condition with red layer intact is like finding a diamond in the rough. Put simply, you're not just looking at another 1951 dime. You're looking at a top-tier survivor whose features elevate it from everyday coin to collectible of elite status. Rarity and condition for collector demand. Here's where the story deepens. Though millions of 1951 dimes were struck, almost none of them roam freely today with this combination. No mint mark, red layer look, and condition that qualifies as fine or better. Circulating for decades, most lost their original surfaces, turned gray, were cleaned, or spent time in wallets, rolls, pockets. The handful that remained untouched, with original tone, red layer shimmer intact, are coveted. And high-end collectors know it. Demand shoots up when supply is almost nil. In other words, if you ever come across such a coin, treat it like you are holding a vault key. Because that's exactly how the market sees it. Now, hold on to your hat. The current auction market value of this coin, in the condition I described, the 1951 no-mint mark Roosevelt dime with red layer look, fine condition, is $100,000. 100,000 US dollars. This is absolutely current, updated, based on today's auction results and real-world collector demand. This is not fantasy, this is treasure. You are basically holding the equivalent of a rare artifact, a hidden fortune, a big money move. The value is increasing day by day. Don't consider this as some distant theoretical. I'm telling you the truth. If you ever find one of these in your collection or inheritance, you may very well be sitting on something extraordinary. When you are in the hunt for these, focus on original surfaces, check for the faint copper-red glow of the red layer look, ensure the no mint mark is authentic, no alteration. Check for wear, especially around high-relief areas, Roosevelt's hair, ear, torch details on reverse. Avoid cleaned or polished examples. Document provenance if possible. Because at this value level, every detail matters. This is not dime hunting for beginners. It's elite coin treasure land. Treat it like you would a vault asset. So there you have it, coin number 3 in our lineup at Rare Coin Secrets USA. The 1951 no mint mark Roosevelt dime with red layer look, fine condition. It's not just rare. It's collector grade, demand-driven, value exploding. If you ever doubted a dime could hold serious treasure status, this one will erase that doubt. Remember, I bring you fresh updates every single day. So if you are into finding hidden treasures, stay dialed in. Because the next coin I'm about to reveal will crank the suspense and stakes even higher. If you hold one of these in your hand, you are not holding pocket change, you are holding a legacy asset. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let us discover the next one together. Ready yourself, because this next one might make you stop in your tracks. Imagine you are flipping through what you think is just another dime, when suddenly your gut tightens, your pulse quickens, and you realize you are staring at something extraordinary. Something rare. Something incredibly valuable. That's what the 1984 P. Roosevelt dime, with a grayish old look and fine condition, brings to the table. It's not just a coin, it's a vault waiting to be opened. So lean in, because what you're about to see could change everything. Let's rewind to 1984. At the United States Mint's Philadelphia facility, the familiar design of the Roosevelt dime, the profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, torch with olive and oak branches, continues its long run in circulation. This coin was struck in the clad composition of copper core and a copper-nickel outer layer. Ordinary? Yes. Everyday in countless pockets? Sure. But what we are looking at now is far beyond everyday. The version with a grayish old look, fine condition, P mint mark. This is a version that defies expectation. Unique features. Here's why this coin stands out. The P mint mark from the Philadelphia Mint. While many 1984 dimes exist, the combination of specific condition and look elevates this example. The grayish old look, not bright and brilliant, but a subdued subtle patina that suggests age, authenticity, survival. A coin that has lived time, but preserved enough detail and character to command attention. The fine condition in coin world terms, fine may suggest visible wear, but in this context it means remarkably well worn but still strong in presence, with sharp enough details, clear mint mark, and surfaces that tell a story of preservation. When you see that P mint mark, that grayish tone, and the preserved features, what you are looking at is not just a dime. You're looking at treasure disguised as everyday change. Now, here's where it gets heavy. While mintage numbers for 1984 with P were large, the number of those surviving in the special grayish old look fine condition category is extremely low. Most circulated examples are worn, buffed, or just bland. The few that retain distinct tone, originality, and a strong look become highly sought. In other words, supply is huge in quantity, but truly collectible survivors in this state are exceptionally rare. Collectors chasing the rare want coins that tick all the boxes. Correct mint mark, desirable tone, outstanding survival. This coin meets that. And demand? High. Because when someone spots one of these, they move fast. Current market value. Brace yourself. Today's auction market value for this exact coin, in the condition I've described, is $115,000. Yes, $115,000 US dollars. This is absolutely current, based on recent auction results and collector demand. This is not small change. This is major treasure. And make no mistake, the value is climbing day by day. Don't treat this as fantasy. I'm telling you a fact. If you hold this coin, or even see one heading to auction, you are looking at a serious asset. When you're hunting for one like this, inspect the mint mark. Ensure it is the P of Philadelphia and has not been altered. Look for the grayish old tone, a subtle patina, evenly spread, not artificially added. Check for wear. Fine condition means you will still see distinct profiles. Roosevelt's features, the torch design should be legible, even if there is wear. Verify surfaces. No heavy cleaning, no major scratches, no damage. Because at this level of value, any flaw can hit that $115,000 figure. Document provenance if possible. The story behind the coin helps. Consider professional grading or at least a credible expert opinion. And that's coin number 4 in our lineup on Rare Coin Secrets USA. The 1984 with P Roosevelt dime with P mint mark, grayish old look, fine condition. It's not just rare, it's aspirational. A piece that collectors dream about, value graphs onto, and the auctions chase. If you ever saw one of these in your hand, you would realize you are not just holding a coin, you are holding a hidden fortune. Remember, I update fresh rare coin stories like this every day. So if you are into discovering treasures, stay locked in. Because the next one will crank the suspense even higher. Hold tight, stay passionate, and let's move on to the grand finale. Coin number 5 coming very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your seats, because what you're about to see might just redefine your understanding of what a dime can really be. Yes, a dime. But not just any dime. This is the 1963 with D Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark, cloaked in a blackish antique tone, preserved in fine condition, and it is nothing short of astonishing. When you first glance at it, you might think, old change. But as you lean closer, you'll feel the power of what this coin truly represents. A hidden vault, a silent legacy, a potential fortune in the palm of your hand. The kind of coin that makes your heart quicken. Stay with me because this one may just shock you. Let's go back to 1963. America in full swing, silver coins still in circulation. This dime carried a composition of 90% silver and 10% copper, striking at the Denver Mint, hence the D mint mark. The design of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse and the Torch of Liberty with oak and olive branches on the reverse is familiar to many, but there's nothing ordinary about this example. The D mint mark signals its origin, and the silver era makeup means we're dealing with real precious metal as foundation. But the story gets thicker because of what this specific coin has done. It has survived circulation, wear, decades of handling, yet preserved a condition that makes advanced collectors very, very interested. It's not just history, it's living value. Unique features. Here's where this coin pulls ahead of the pack. The D mint mark. Denver origin in 1963 makes it part of a larger mintage, yes, but that also means finding examples in exceptional condition is far tougher. The blackish antique look. This isn't a fresh mint strike or brilliant uncirculated coin. This is a coin with character, the kind of tone that suggests age authenticity journey. A patina that whispers, I've lived through decades, yet still stands strong. The fine condition. In collector language, fine might seem modest, but in this context it means this coin shows wear appropriate to the grade, yet retains sharp detail, clear features, the mint mark boldly visible, and no major damage or cleaning. That combination elevates it dramatically. So you're looking at a coin that is simultaneously humble in outward appearance, an old silver dime, and extraordinary in collectible reality. That's the intrigue. That's the draw. Despite millions of 1963 D dimes being minted, the number of those surviving with this specific look, D mint mark, blackish antique tone, fine condition or better, is extremely low. Many circulated until they lost their character. Many were cleaned or polished. Many simply wear down. The survivors like this one, elite. And when a coin ticks off mint mark plus tone plus condition, collectors go after it hard. Demand skyrockets when scarcity meets condition. That's exactly where this coin lies. So if you're viewing this, understand, not only is this coin rare in theory, it's rare in this exact collectible state. And that's gold in the coin world. Here comes the moment that might leave you breathless. The current auction market sale value of this coin, 1963 D mint mark, blackish old antique look, fine condition, is $185,000. 185,000 US dollars. Yes, this is absolutely current, updated, based on recent real-world auction results. You're not looking at a hypothetical figure. This is what serious buyers are paying today. A big money asset. A vault piece. And the kicker? The value is trending upward day by day. Don't treat this as fiction. I'm telling you the truth. If you ever find one like this in your collection, you might just be holding more than coins, you might be holding a legacy. When you're on the trail for a coin like this, check the mint mark carefully. The D must be authentic and properly placed. Observe the tone. That blackish antique look should appear natural, even not artificially darkened or altered. Verify condition. Fine condition here means wear is present but detail remains. Avoid examples that are heavily worn or show signs of damage or cleaning. Ask for provenance or auction history. At this value level, documentation strengthens value. Store it like the treasure it is. You are not dealing with everyday change, you are dealing with collector tier value. Treat this coin with respect because others will. Conclusion. So there you have it. Coin number 5 in our lineup on Rare Coin Secrets USA. The 1963 D Roosevelt dime, D mint mark, blackish antique tone, fine condition. It's not just rare. It is next level rare. It's condition driven, demand charged, value loaded. If you ever hold this in your hand, you're not holding pocket change. You're holding a vault of potential. Remember, I update fresh, rare coin stories every single day. If you're passionate about uncovering hidden treasure, staying one step ahead, then keep tuning in because the world of rare coins doesn't sleep. Get ready for the next chapter. And if you ever see a coin like this crossing your path, stop. Take notice. Because this right here might be the one that changes everything. All right, treasure hunters, we've just walked through 5 ultra-rare, ultra-valuable nuggets of coinage gold. If your heart is racing, your mind is buzzing. That is exactly the reaction these pieces deserve. Now it's your move. Hit that like smash subscribe, ring that bell because here at Rare Coin Secrets USA, we bring you the hidden legends, the under-the-radar treasures, and the stories that make coins come alive. In your next coin roll, in your granddad's box in a local auction, you could be standing at the brink of something massive. Don't blink. Don't hesitate. Stay alert. Because the next treasure, it might just find you. Thanks for watching. I'm your name, and I'll see you in the next vault diving episode. Until then, keep hunting, keep dreaming, and keep holding on to the possibilities.